Hello everyone, this is Link with another Monster Train Tournament qualifier. So it turns out that my score yesterday was actually enough to get me qualified for the tournament, but I am gonna play these qualifiers as well, just to get a better feeling for the scoring system and the playstyle that comes with it, and just to get some more training in. Today, it seems like only a few people managed to actually finish the run. So, and some of the times are rather long. I am a little bit on a timer today because I have work later. So I'll try not to take 3 hours and 11 minutes on this run. We are using Penumbra as our champion with Shade Splitters and Drags as our base cards. Remnant is our secondary clan. Let's go. We might want to hold back a little this time just because this seems like a difficult one, judging from the scores. Talos with Sap and Daze. We have Fel with Armor and Seraph with more Sap. We start with Prismal Dust, Stripfall and Crucible Extension, so have lots of opportunities to get multiple units on the floor. If we don't care too much about Gorging, we can easily use Stripfall for that, otherwise we might have to extend the Crucible. Well, that is a pretty easy choice, considering Primordium is not our champion this time. Let's go with Gilmarker. We have Architect or Glutton. Whew. Where do we want to go with this? Architect is okay, but I think he is quite a bit worse in the last Divinity. Maybe Glutton is what we want, and we try to find Trample for it. That can't be right? The only way to get Trample on him is to pick either... Well, picking up one Trample upgrade wouldn't be the worst. Fine, we don't need Trample until quite a bit later anyways. And we obviously wanna make a good unit to build around as well. We are definitely on the top floor. Play the morsel first to get rid of the Ember Drain problem. Apply some damage on the bottom floor, mostly to get the armor removed. We can't get to the collector. That's just how it is. Apply some more damage on the next floor, so we can get the Forged Disciple into Penumbra kill range. Hope to get an aggressive morsel to deal with this Disciple Foot Soldier here. Next turn. We will have most likely another Shade Splitter available. If we put a drag on the top floor, that guarantees that we can deal with the Foot Soldier, so let's do that. We definitely don't want to take damage here. We don't need the damage shield, we still have lifesteal, so it will be kind of wasted. Let's keep feeding Penumbra. Oh, actually, this guy has armor. We need another drag here. This could be the turn for Prismal Dust, but 2 damage shields get wasted. We only keep 1. But 1 damage shield is better than no damage shields. And dazing the bottom floor is pretty insignificant here. Although it would have avoided these weights of contrition. And we should easily be strong enough for this chains. Good start. Space Prism, Immortal Trait, Prismal Dust. I don't want another Prismal Dust. Maybe a Space Prism. Draft could be a thing. We don't have Reform yet. Molten Encasement. Encased Damage Shield and Lifesteal isn't enough. Although it does stack favorably with Damage Shield, so that could be a thing. I'm more worried about offense right now, so I'm gonna take a draft. Weakless Baron, Morsel Master and Lady of the House. There are some good options here. For now I'm gonna go with Morsel Master. I kinda want an essence that makes Morsel Master scale. Actually the Weakless Baron would have been pretty good. So that we can have a decent backliner unit. But maybe we can find a backliner that we can put the Morsel Master into. That would work as well. I'm gonna go for the unit upgrades here. Let's see what's in store. Large Stone. That one is very hard to use. There is a Paraffin Enforcer. I do love that unit. And we already have a draft. No burnout extension though. But a lot of capacity extension. I will pick him up. Not sure what to do with him just yet. It's very likely that we're gonna use his essence on something. Maybe the draft? The only problem with draft is that it's not a priority unit. Commemorative Spike, Pilestone Housing and Lost Luggage. Well, Lost Luggage helps us draw through the deck a lot more quickly, so that we can find draft in time. Well, let's move on and see what we can do with future card picks. Spikes should be okay. Hope I don't lose too many morsels to them. I think we do want to be on the top floor. That's why I created the morsel first. So, don't make such silly plays. I don't think we need the Paraffin Enforcer out just yet, so I'm... No, we wait for the Space Prism to get capacity. So we can have a somewhat useful floor here in the middle. I'm gonna consume this. I don't think I need both of them. No space for draft. Yeah, right. With the large stone, of course. But even if I couldn't have gotten the collector anyways. Well, I guess I take the Ember Drain. To make sure I can dupe a morsel here. And then we use draft to weaken the next line. The backliner is shard enhanced, so we need to kill them. Currently my only way to do so is a drag. With the spikes the drag dies, so it's not an issue for Ember Drain or anything like that. I want to kill that guy here on this floor. We could have even saved 3 health on the Morsel Master by descending. So this guy dies on this floor. He kills the Paraffin Enforcer with his Extinguish now, but that doesn't matter to me. Paraffin Enforcer was never meant to last. I hope 3 damage shields will be enough for this. These are not really the morsels I'm looking for, but this might allow me to play 2 morsels next turn. It is not necessary, however, but I will still do so. Pretty good if you ask me. Making of a morsel, cave in Prismal Dust. Making of a morsel would be nice. Need some more morsel generation. I will take a hell out Drippings. Basically my plan is to go with morsels first and later transition into an burnout plan. Hope we can get that to work. I love Faulty Loader. Let's take a look at the caverns. Oh, this one, huh? Put Paraffin Enforcer into Paraffin Enforcer. Copy that and then, well, copy him to combine the two. I guess we are still lacking a few important pieces to make everything work as it should. That just feels wrong. I'm still gonna put it in the draft. Not sure what I do with the other one. Can't even use these. The lack of damage spells is a slight problem. That's for sure. Wow. Faulty Loader should affect Talos. Apply Daze 3 and melee weakness 1 to enemy units on the bottom floor in the first wave of combat. I guess she's not on the bottom floor. Do I take the Ember Drain? 1, 2, 3, 4. Depends on the morsel, I guess. Damage shield is not very useful early on, but it's still stats. Yeah, I take the Ember Drain, so I can double up on the Jeweler. This is not really the perfect place for the Paraffin Enforcer, but we can't place him on the bottom floor. I would just kill him. Oh no, these are dazed, I forgot. Definitely make a Morsel Miner here. Block the hit with a drag. Could also use a Dripfall. Or a Train Steward if I so wanted to. I actually think I'm gonna take the Train Steward, put the drag on the bottom floor. Any damage morsel will do. But we get none. So we can kill all 3 of them, no matter what we do here. We don't have room for the draft. Drag only kills 1. Blocker in front means Penumbra isn't dazed, so Penumbra kills 1. I'd rather have Penumbra dazed than save the lifesteal. If we take 1, we might as well take 2. Hardly makes a difference. And put these guys on the bottom where they will all die. Start increasing the size of this floor so that we can maybe play a drag there if we need to. Although increasing the size of this floor is also pretty decent. Doesn't matter if you survive when you're dazed. So we just have to have the damage to kill the Forged Disciple on the top. It's annoying that the backliner is the one that got buffed. Shard buffed. If it were the frontliner, things would be much easier. I think we just ignore these guys. Right, I wouldn't keep them alive. What was I thinking? I was thinking it would block the Talos hit, but Talos doesn't have quick or anything like that. She always attacks last. That works, I guess. Let's see what morsel we get first. We seem to be getting a lot of rubble morsels this run. Waves remaining 1. We will definitely be strong enough for Talos, right? This is our boss killer. And he's doing a good job at killing bosses. We no longer have lifesteal, so we might as well save 1 damage here. 1 damage that would otherwise have gone on Penumbra. Lifesteal would be nice. Fine, I'll take health. Let's throw this thing out, we don't need it. And this should be an easy win, right? Well, it's actually rather close. Let's make it a little bit less close. I was taking Gorge Penumbra just in case we were with the plan to eventually get Trample and maybe build something around that for a boss killer or something like that. Here's the Trample. But I also try to go into burnout related stuff as my wave kill. It also has great scaling and there's Hallowed Halls. Not that Shroud Mitosis is a bad card or anything. Not at all. I think we drop the burnout plan now and just keep the draft as our option. As support. And suddenly Legion of Wax. Legion of Wax with the Paraffin Enforcer. Now I wish I had taken Hallowed Halls. That would have been crazy. There's also Alloy Construct and Crucible Warden, both of which are pretty hard to use for us. What is the essence we want in the Morsel Master? Or we want the Morsel Master in? I think Morsel Master is a great unit to carry an essence because it's one size. So, what would I get? I mean, Crucible Warden is not terrible. Weak-class Baron would be really nice. Paraffin Thug would be quite good. Weak-class Tycoon would be decent. Remnant units offer quite a few options. We can go for a Remnant Banner and a Merchant of Steel. Do we care about Merchants of Magic right now? Not that much. I could still go for the Legion of Wax Paraffin Enforcer plan. That requires more support. I could take a Crucible Warden and use that for the Morsel Master in case we don't find anything better. I don't like it, but I think it's my best choice at the moment. We need more draw. We need to draw into the Trample Tome and into our Morsel generation pretty quickly. Let's take a look at a Merchant of Steel, another large stone. I could make the largest draft. Would I take Paraffin Thug over Crucible Warden? Yeah, I would. And I will. Make some money. Intrinsic. That is good. Make the biggest draft. Yeah, I kinda want that draft just as a support. Helping us with the early game. So Paraffin Enforcer and Crucible Warden get removed from the deck. I want to purge them right away. Wigstone. Endless. No, not really what I'm looking for. Let's engage in some pacting. Put the Paraffin Thug into the Morsel Master. Yeah, that way around, right? This will be a 2010. This will be. They will both be a 2010. But this one is smaller. But this one generates more gold. But you know, the size matters. Means we can immediately use morsels, which is really important. And even more important potentially is the fact that we can eventually, no, not more important, but also important is the fact that we can eventually use 2 morsels a turn. Yeah, these are not the upgrades we're looking for. The book being 2 cost and in our opening hand is a slight problem, because it means I can't play Morsel Master and a Morsel and the book. Which will also always lead to some Ember Drain being applied. Maybe I can't even play the book. I think I have to play draft. Otherwise, how are we ever dealing with this wave? This guy's so freaking tanky. These guys will gain rage. Rage 6 actually. So yeah, we get this one down. We do have the Slay on the top floor. This wave is solved. Bottom floor seems to also solve other waves for us, which I really Don't mind at all. I want to increase the capacity on the top floor, but I should have done so instead of creating the morsel. Don't know what I was thinking there. We will find a turn where we can do so. Let's keep this engine going for a bit, weakening this Clip Guardian. We can only play out one Train Steward. I guess let's do so. Start applying some damage shield. For the next wave. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. That is not helping. Oh, this guy is not child enhanced. We can let him pass. This Clip Guardian will be an issue. Should probably get as much damage on the Clip Defender as possible, just in case we find Trample, but even then, can't really see us killing this Clip Guardian. Unless... Dripfall. Kinda want to Dripfall again? You again? Yeah. Let's get all the time we need. We can generate another morsel this turn, but having the space to feed more of them is nice. The only problem is this guy will now be on the top floor with the boss. But as long as we're tanky enough, that doesn't matter. This will help us get tanky. You have spikes 4, so these Drags are gonna die no matter what we do. So better put the Crucible Warden in the back so we get maximum damage on the boss here. That boss is actually very scary. The spikes means we will have a harder time using morsels. But luckily our Penumbra is already in a state where he just demolishes. So yeah. The lifesteal we got last turn was key there. Crucible Extension, Feast, Blazing Bolts. Blazing Bolts is tempting, but it's also very expensive. Where are we heading to? Merchant of Magic and Removal? Or Forgotten Boons and Merchant of Trinkets and Cavern? Ooh, this is a difficult choice. I think we are going to the Merchant of Trinkets next. Then we go to the Merchant of Magic here. And we see from there. With our current deck, I don't think Feast is really that good. But a lot of our stuff consumes not Shade Splitters, Train Stewards, Space Prism, Prismal Dust, Hallowed Drippings, Drags, Draft. They're all gone. So after that, we might do well with Feast. I think this is a skip. A Crushing Demise has some value, but not really enough in this deck. Let's take a look at this. Conscription Notice, Wing Technology, and Pyre Wall. We are up against Zep Seraph. We need to make sure we are survivable enough. These things, huh? I feel like this is a skip. Don't think we want conscription notice. I do think we want wing technology. Firewall is an option, but I don't think we really want that. No, it will help us save our perfects. Check strips is nice. We have trouble dealing with backliners sometimes. I will take these. Buy a perch here. The Crucible Warden is probably the worst unit right now. Do I take check strips or do I buy another removal? I think check strips is worth it. Onwards to adventure against the Harpies Guard. +6 attack for all of them. I think that works out in a fine way. We definitely want to be on the top floor. Again, we have a huge enemy in the first wave. They are melee weak. But I still feel like we have to start with the morsels. I really need to cost reduce the Umbra tone. And I will do so next floor. So that is taken care of. We don't want to attack the Master of Light right now. Either we want to trigger the melee weakness. Either we want to trigger the melee weakness with the draft or with Penumbra. Could be either one. The backliner is gonna die to check strips. I'm just gonna daze you in case we don't quite get enough damage. And need to let the pyre kill you. That is certainly an option. Let me see, that's... We can drip fall the collector. Oh, but then we can't play the draft because we're ember drained. We are gaining 20 more attack. So we have the damage needed to kill the Master of Light. This Clip Guardian will be another issue altogether, because no melee weakness. What is left in our deck? Not a whole bunch of good stuff. I want to try getting the collector. Let's get the drag out. I'm a bit worried. Definitely splitch some shades. We can start using these to block hits, especially from these large single hit units like Clip Guardians. Increase capacity. Can we get the collector now? 6, then 10. Sure. That works out just fine, right? Oh, you have sweep. Never mind. Yeah, if we can play the draft, then things look a bit different. Amber is definitely a little bit of an issue right here. We're gaining 30. This is probably still correct. We won't need these. Should have done so last time as well. We could skip the morsel. If we deal 100 to you, 120 to you, the pyre will finish you off because you're still dazed. So we can drip fall and play the draft here. And I think that's what we should do. Keep piling up drags behind the draft. Oh, these Dracs just get the slays to the Master of Light. Not ideal. You're at 81, that's not a problem. Oh, he did hit up higher once. I thought... Didn't we get him lower than... Well, apparently not. Obviously not. This is good. That's a lot of stats for Penumbra. We could have blocked the hit, but it doesn't matter because we have lifesteal. So yes, it was a mistake. No, it doesn't matter. You will get another slay if we just put the train steward up here. You're going to kill our Morsel Master. Unless... Well, yes. You are going to. Maybe not this turn. If we drip fall. And I feel like dripfall should happen here. I am relying on drawing trample next turn. Trample or dripfall would have done it. But I don't think there was a way around this. We take some damage. As long as we don't die here, everything will be alright. We're in some threat of dying, not anymore. We now have lifesteal. Luckily our monsters have damage shield, so we can actually do some feeding here. $25, that will waste 5 hits, so we get an attack off with the draft. That was painful. Just because we didn't have the Umbra stone up and ready. No. Engine upgrade would be nice, but we need the energy early, not late. I will take a reform card. Just for the chance to get a draft back sometimes. Stack stone, ember stone. What can we even double stack? None of these matter too much, but the dripfalls would be nice. Chain of gems. I will take that gladly. That is a decent way to protect our Morsel Master. What is in here? Spell chain and... Stop with these magic power upgrades. I don't need those. Spell chain is basically a double stack on a 0 cost card. Yeah, we need that cost reduction. We also need some cost reductions on other cards. Drip falls would be nice. Making of a morsel is even more important, I think. We could dupe the making of a not dupe. Spell chain the making of a morsel, but I'm not sure that's worth our shots. Feel like purchasing one perch here might be good. Get one more Train Steward out of the deck. We need to get our morsel flow going. Could actually see this. Generate 2 morsel miners for 1 energy. In total. That is good later on. It's not so good early when we don't have the capacity to place 2. I'm not gonna take this. Did I still not remove the Paraffin Enforcer? Oops. That is just a mistake. See what we get. Health. The first wave will be pretty easy to deal with. We should get the Alabaster Guardian down in time. We already have 40 damage. And it will be a little bit more next turn. And then finally we will have Trample. So I think we can afford to skip the Ember Drain this turn. That also means I skip the Chain of Gems. Slight issue there. But there are no sweepers in the Armor Fell fight, they're only in the Rage Fell fight. Nice. Sure. Do we just want to keep these guys going for a while? I don't mind that at all. They will eventually die. The incoming damage is pretty significant, but maybe they take down the statue before that happens. And that would be good enough. Lifesteal, we take those. Next floor we need to be able to take down the Clipped Reflector with Penumbra. We're not there yet. We're gaining 24 attack right now. Definitely quite a bit to go. We don't want to overstack these 2 units together. That will be just a bad time. We don't want to give anyone armor. Let's create these on a floor where it doesn't hurt us. It should give us the kill on the top floor. Against this guy at least. I might have to use unconventional methods here. Alright, you're 3 size now. Let us retry that. We do need the growth. We can probably afford to get Ember Drained. A Chain of Gems on the backliner just in case, because Penumbra has lifesteal anyways. Okay, that makes the Ember Drain very easy to take. You know, these should probably go on the bottom floor just because there's more capacity there. That might provide some damage to the next wave. But we just gave the frontliner some armor, so I'm not sure that was the right call. Really want to stop feeding more. Should have played both Shade Splitters. Apparently didn't matter. It is worth it, easily. Yeah, we can't quite get through this wave. I wonder if descending the Quill Marksman is would have been the option. I want to try that. One last restart here. Play these. Generate the rubble. Set up the dregs on the bottom floor. Maybe I shouldn't care about the dregs at all. Yeah. Maybe that's not what I should care about. Or rather, I should care about them a little bit, but not too much. Mainly I shouldn't give this guy any armor. That is less attack actually. And attack is what I care about the most right now. Should have played this one first. Just soften these targets up a bit. And I think we have to descend you. Two drags. That's what I can get back here. Those don't help right now. With the feast we should have it here. 108. Yeah, we can even play the Space Prism as well. Next wave will be quite a lot of damage actually. We don't have lifesteal anymore. What is your health right now? 90 plus 36 is 126. So we can play Prismal Dust on the top floor, otherwise you won't die anymore. That is annoying. Incoming is 34 plus 14 is 48 plus 7. Well, we survive. That is not the problem that we don't survive. The problem is that we take a ton of damage and need lifesteal to heal back up. Which we don't currently have a way to guarantee. That armor on the top floor is pretty rude. But luckily we have enough power to not have to worry about it too much. 108, you absorb 62, that leaves 46. That kills everyone. So the backliner just hits Fel. Oh, I could see. We have damage, over 20 damage on Fel, so yeah. We still have Chain of Gems. This thing absorbs so much damage. And it's worth losing a little bit there. Let's soften these waves up for our top floor to deal with more easily. Nice turn for a feast. $183. This guy is a significant problem. We isolate him. Because two of these guys are easier to deal with than one of them and an overcharge tank on the same floor. Not the best morsels I have access to here. But it will do. We don't want to feed these guys. We can feed the one that is on their own. Sure, this is looking fine. Oh, that doesn't kill them also. I thought it would. And this is the reason why we picked Feast. So we can do things like that. We need even faster scaling in the future. Some of which comes from just getting to Penumbra. Gorge Penumbra. The next level of Gorge Penumbra. Intent on Death, Formless Child, Wickless Recruitment. These are all whiffs. Do we want Ember at this point? No. Or do we? Merchant of Magic, Unstable Vortex, Forgotten Boons. That is probably the path we're going to. Also this path. Get a lot of removals. Streamline our deck. In that case, we might not need the extra draw as much. But I still think it's better than the extra Ember right now. We will have access to some more cost reductions. Volatile Gorge. Iron Drop Cage is quite good. Makes our drip falls that much stronger. There are a few things I could see duping here. Space Prism. Remove our need for the Crucible extension. Draft. Have a second like unit to soften up stuff. Making of a Morsel. Have another great Morsel generation card. We definitely go with Glutton 3. That is not a question. We get the Paraffin Enforcer out. We don't need that anymore. And the train steward as well. I want to go with the Space Prism. That is one way to make the deck cheaper. Replace expensive cards with cheaper cards that do the same job. These guys won't die to check strips because of Heaven Seal, so we need to get ready to push through this Gilded Wing. We can't soften him up, in fact that will make things worse for us because the weakness will be gone. So we just have to scale up an Umbra ASAP. That is the only thing that we can do here that makes any sense. We can't even really play this drag right now, or we would lose the melee weakness. I do like the making of a morsel here. That's gonna be 21 attack for each. We kinda need the feast. We kinda do need the feast. There is a small chance that this works. Definitely don't want to drip for you, that makes things even worse. Although it's another days too. That would take a backliner out of commission. If we can't kill the frontliner, then at least we don't take that much damage to the backline. Seems to be the way to go. Trying to get a collector seems like a useless effort. In this fight, I kinda just want these consume spells gone. Not only did I not find Feast, I didn't even find a morsel. We can get you down to 80 health if we use a drag on this floor. What other options do we have? We can drip for you, so you will be dazed. But only dazed 1, and that is nowhere near enough for our pyre to take you out. So I think we just take the damage. What if we double dazed this guy? Then he would have day 7 now. And would be on this floor. Day 6, day 5. With melee weakness, that's basically day 6. 240 damage from the pyre. Sadly, still not enough. But it could be. I forgot. I forgot about... Yeah, we need the days on the frontliner. That's the only way. The main problem right now, if we don't go for the days, is that if we can kill him, we'll just heal back up. And we can't have that. We can actually stall that guy until he has enough days to die. But then we can't deal with this wave. We will just have to take the 10 times 8, 80 damage to that guy. Most likely. Unless something really weird happens. That was the wrong place for that draft. We have another days option. We can't juggle endlessly many of these though. That helps play out everything this turn. Keep some energy for next turn as well. Or what we could do is play a draft here. That doesn't change things though. The only thing that would help is strip falling the Gilded Wing right now. We're about to get strong enough to deal with a wave like this. But now with 2 Gilded Wings in the back. I have to do it anyways, otherwise I take so much damage. And here is our problem. Here is our problem. We also can't take the 20 times 3. I feel like we just have to let that 1 Gilded Wing go. Ah, this... I shouldn't have taken this challenge. This challenge is brutal. This is still the right path. It would be much easier if it weren't for the fact that all the Gilded Wings appear to be the ones that got shard affected. We don't even have that many shards. And our draw order is phenomenally bad. We just have to let this Gilded Wing go. That is just what we have to do here. Oh, but we can't let the Shade Wings go as well. What if we descend you? No, we still don't have nearly enough to kill the Gilded Wing. 20. Paraffin Enforcer won't even survive. Oh no, he will. He will. The backliners are dazed. Oh, he won't survive the Wild Wings hit. But taking out the Wild Wings is all I needed. Well. There is the 80 damage. We can't let you go. You don't have enough days yet. We want an attack morsel. Just any damage morsel, please. First Uniplate gets 3 damage shield if it's a morsel. Shadowwings will still take them out. We need the growth. We need to keep juggling you. That is not enough days still. Unless we can somehow get a kill here. Actually, I think we can. That thing absorbs over 100 damage. Oh, we're finally strong enough to deal with these guys. This guy needs to be removed. Good thing we have that lifesteal going. These guys in the backline are also a slight problem. But I think Penumbra will be strong enough, to be entirely honest. Lifesteal, perfect. You are actually doing more damage, so we're better off dazing you. Nice! We won! But at what cost? 65 pyre damage. Cave-in Gemtrove Blazing Bolts? No. Resin removal. That doesn't really matter enough. Even against Zap Seraph. And let's get more spell upgrades. We still haven't had any upgrades on our Morsel Master, which is a bit annoying. Light's Gift. But we could just win. The only thing I'd buy at this point would be Double Gorge. Still, some cheaper spell upgrades are worth it. Let's cost reduce these drip falls. We have seen how important they are. I want one of them to hold over as well. I said cheaper spell upgrades. Well, we still have a lot of money. That's it. Let's get the free purchase. These go on Prismal Dust. Drags. Probably, well, Crucible Extension for sure. Then a drag, I think. Okay. Wish me luck. Here we go for the final 2 fights. Only 120 shards, so the enemies won't be too crazy. But we are a pretty slow deck. Having this morsel is nice. That means we can generate one more morsel, play this in advance before we set up our floor and then dupe the miner. Let's get rid of this thing. Again, the first wave has a shard enhanced frontliner, so our scaling matters a hell of a lot. Split some shades. That is a good morsel. I want to play the Paraffin Enforcer. The draft. It is called a draft, if I remember things correctly. 123 damage in against this guy. That is nice. That should allow us an easy kill on the top floor. Anything we want to daze? Probably you. We could stack it on Seraph, but by the time Seraph rolls around, we are done with this fight. We do have a morsel to reform. 117. 127. Oh, Sap. Sap is also an issue. But we will get buffs on Penumbra, so we do get the kill on both of them. Looks like we will be fine against this wave. 80, yeah, Penumbra gets them all. So we start dazing Seraph. This also gets rid of the damage shield because of check strips. We need some better defensive scaling now. If we take out you, that just gave everyone here armor. And if we can take out you, we can get some damage shields in the front that actually stay around. There is no harvest on this floor. We will probably have to juggle one of these guys around because we are not strong enough to deal with them just yet. It's gotta be you. There is the lifesteal we need. That should make everything much easier. That means I don't want to drip fall anything here. Let's see. We have about... we gain another 60 at least. So we're at around 300. Is there a feast in my next hand? There will be. Might want to keep the magma morsels in the deck then. We definitely play out a drag. I think I keep juggling you because there's no way I deal with you on that line. Not trying to kill my Penumbra. How dare they? But I can tell you that that's not gonna happen. My Penumbra feasts. If we drop you down, We can take care of the backliner. This top floor looks quite stacked. Let's get rid of you for sure. And everything else dies. We just deal with you in Relentless, I suppose. Top floor looks fine. This floor doesn't quite look fine, but we have 600 attack now. So if we drop you down, we should be able to deal with stuff. Let's eat all the morsels. And keep Seraph dazed and dizzy. And there we go. That marks that fight completed. Now there is only one who dares to stand in our way. They call him Last Divinity. Top floor kills our Paraffin Thug. Unless we damage shield him. So we play the Paraffin Thug. The Morsel Master first. Let's try to find Ember Morsels. Do need to play the Umbra Stone. Let's get rid of a drag. This is no longer useful. Feast gives us extra damage against the divinity, so might as well play it. As soon as we have some drip falls going, the sweep damage won't be a problem anymore. No, no morsels this turn, huh? That is really rough. These guys die to check strips. We might still be fine. We have melee weakness. We can kill 2 of them easily. Just in case we can't always daze the divinity. Any damage we know. No. There is not much we can do with this Drex. There is also no Harvest trigger here. But a Slay trigger. I guess that's a little bit of an issue. We can put 2 here. Divinity's multi-strike will take care of them. So they don't waste our melee weakness. I think this is just a throw money at the problem until it goes away situation. 20, 36, 54, 45, 60, 70. Yeah, you almost die. Oh, you die to the Extinguish. But you take out the frontliner. That is worth it. I think here you just would have died before even attacking. There's no incant here, so might as well play that. And it's interesting, Trample doesn't... Oh! All of them died to check strips. I didn't think that would be the case. Oh, that's a nice morsel. Let's find the most aggressive morsels first. Put them here. And eat them. If we move you out of the way, we should be fine. Killing the backliners. Well, good enough. Good enough. As long as we keep scaling quickly, we should be fine. We might have to juggle quite a few enemies with these strip balls, but that is just part of our plan. I think the Dark Wings is the big issue here. Actually, all these enemies are extremely tanky. More damage or more damage shield? More damage right now. Yeah, we're not getting many kills here at all. No matter what we do. The best thing we could do is drop down the Dark Wings and another unit. So we actually kill the Conduit Redirector and don't have to deal with Spikes damage draining our money. These morsels actually die because of the Spikes. But if we kill the Spikes Channeler before they attack, that won't be an issue. I'll keep the Morsel Excavator in the deck because lifesteal is so valuable. We lost 25 gold there. See if we can find an energy morsel, and we can. So let's feast on that. We now have 365 damage left over on chains. So that means the backliners will take significant damage. So we now juggle chains. How much damage shield left on our Morsel Master? Not that much. More damage on Penumbra is necessary. These guys almost worry me more than Chains. No, Chains has so much health. Chains will drain our money really quickly. These will only be 6 hits. Yeah, that was like 170 we paid there. Let's find the best morsels. We found the best morsels. We have to drop chains and taste the divinity. Or say goodbye to our Morsel Master. I think I want to keep the Morsel Master around. How did that change to kill everyone? Huh? It was also killing the morsels, yes. I think we now have enough damage to deal with chains, so we can drop Last Night instead. It's just a delay your problems until you're ready for them deck. And that is exactly what we did there. Can we save our Morsel Master? Not quite. Well, we could have saved him by Grip Falling him to the next floor down. These drip falls were our whole strategy in this fight. And I don't mind that at all. We had really sick scaling, and we had the tools to delay the enemy advance until we were ready for it. Usually, at least. We had 2 fights where we gave up the flawless. So we have 90 points, 7 flawlesses, that's 125, 20 pack charts, 127. That is a pretty decent score for this challenge, I think. Oh no, we had another fight. Well, okay, so 6 flawlesses, that's 122. Still pretty good, I think, considering that most people didn't even finish the run. Heart is probably the most fierce competition here. They take damage to Talos. 1, 2. Oh, only dropped 2 flawlesses and had 30 pack charts over. So he's gonna be 8 points ahead of us. Not taking some challenges was a good call. He went with Architect Penumbra. His scaling was Wickless Barons with Morsel Makers. Wait, what? Hallowed Halls. Molten Encasement doubled. I don't quite understand. Why are there even Morsel Makers in these Wickless Barons when there is no way to generate... Wait, it's Morsel Makers. It's Resolve +6/+6. Not the Morsel Masters. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Maybe these Wickless Barons scale quick enough? Where is his damage? Is it all in Hallowed Halls? I mean, these are holdover. Penumbra gets reformed. I guess that is pretty strong. Lots of harvest triggers all the time with the Hallowed Halls. Huh. I didn't think that would work out. But apparently it did for Heart. Let's take a look at the other 2 finishes just quickly here. Architect Penumbra, Hallowed Halls. Hallowed Halls. Paraffin Enforcer with Draft. That makes a lot of sense. Paraffin Enforcer with Draft again, duped. Legion of Wax with Paraffin Enforcer in. Yeah, that deck looks really powerful. They had 160 shards. Took 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost 5 flawlesses, so that is a worse score than mine. So looks like I'm currently in 2nd place here. Pretty decent. 2, 3 flawless dropped, didn't fight Divinity. So that loses a lot of points. Went with Gorge Penumbra. Picked up Molten Encasement. Legion of Wax. That deck looks like mine from the last few runs where I tried to go into too many directions at once, which I kind of prevented pretty well this time around. Well, this was the third qualifier. There will be 2 more tomorrow, or, well, if you are watching this video at the time it comes out, the 4th qualifier will be live, so if you want to participate, you still have the chance to. The information will be in the link below, and there will be a 5th one coming up a day after. Will there be a 5th one? Let me check that real quick, just in case. Qualifiers, there will be 4 qualifiers. Okay, no, there will not be a 5th one. So this is your final chance to participate if you wanna give it a shot. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.